Menu narration option is set to off.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got C.J. Stroud. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Texans and the Colts, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we... Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Start on the ground with Pierce. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So the Colts in great position here as they get things started. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Quick throw completed by Richardson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the turnover and converted into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. following the touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play move.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds. And that, of course, is a penalty. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Let's go now. Richardson to throw off play action. And his throw is incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ready. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Off play action, Richardson. Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston set to take over. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Hand off left side, Pierce. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So, of course, they decline. The free play, they got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right, already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Alert! Alert! Steady.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You look at this Colt defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
That is caught. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle, and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they... First and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Once more, it's Pierce. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd down is a time you're go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal. A loss of 12. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Patterson's kick is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
On 3rd down, it's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First and 10, Taylor now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Colts at 11 and 4. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They go play action with Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Richardson off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Play action. Now Richardson. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, 26 yards. And the Colts are able to stretch out their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And here comes the Texans now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Throwing now is Stroud. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Stroud now on second down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Going for it with Pierce. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Stroud out of the gun here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, 33 yards. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to go up top again. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Stroud. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Patterson's kick is good, and that gets them back within 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've come upon... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to his own blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. But Houston's offense taking over again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Stroud sets up the play action. He completes it to Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Stroud now to throw. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Able to push his way through.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. First down, they go right back to Pierce. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Stroud to throw it. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Stroud. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A give for Taylor running right side. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. from the 20. Here's 2nd and 2. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
A loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14 at the 20-yard line.
60 Eagles. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw this. Pass complete. He's got Woods streaking across the field. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple more times.
Here's Taylor again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation, because now it moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got space past the 25, and he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Stroud looking to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. Fights loose. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And you'd have to figure, and he got the ball quite a bit last drive, you see the numbers, that now they're looking to chew some clock. He's going to get it even more here.
I would think so, because they have momentum going in their direction. They moved the ball that way on their last drive, and you know they're trying to lock this game down. But also, don't be surprised if they mix in a few passes along the way as well, so they can't just totally key on him on this drive.
Interesting. We'll see if that happens. Either way, looking to hold this lead. Let's see if they can do it. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop any.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him. And we'll step aside for a moment. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first down, here's Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Stroud. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but